Well, hello my fellow car modelers, how you doing today? Well, you know, I wasn't going to make a video today. I really should. I haven't in a while, but here we go. Here's a video. And what it was I ordered something on eBay and I just received it. And I thought I should share this all with you because I've never covered this, I don't think. And I'm sure a lot of you have been in this situation. You buy a built up for a project to like rebuild, because sometimes, you know, you find older kits that are built, you can get them cheaper that way. It's really a good thing, even if it's like some kid built it. Lots of times I like it when the kids built it because they don't paint them or something and they just throw the decals, which isn't the case of this model that I'll show you here in a second. It's put together and usually with that garbage tube glue. I happen to have an old, it's like hard here, but you know, they remember this stuff and they still sell it. You've seen that at Andy's. You know, he's always been getting this and he always sells it. I haven't used it since the 70s.
No, I still sell that. I just opened that box today.
Oh, I know. I've always seen it.
It's good when you're on a break.
Yeah, this stuff is tragic. When you got a built up, you got to disassemble and you want to try to clean it up. Or sometimes they use like the Tamiya, you know, bonders, their quick setting solution thing, job, whatever's. These things fuse the plastic together. But then sometimes you get lucky and they just use a CA glue or just a super glue, which those bust apart really easy. This is one that was probably put together with Tamiya, so the stuff's fused together. You still want to bust them apart, clean them up, and it just goes to show you that's a great option for picking up an old kit. If you kind of been fearful of this, you pick up an old kit really cheap, you can build it, you can rebuild it, you restore it, or however you want to do it. Everything's restorable most of the time. But this one's going to take some work, but the good thing is what I want to build with it. I figured I can use kind of a already built, you know, with some marks on it and stuff, you know, I can fix it up. Well, let me just show you. So I picked up this. This is an old Fujimi 911 that's like a 73. This was the version they did a while back. It's not even available. That is that rally. It's got the rally off-road wheels. It's kind of lifted high. And it had a bunch of the stuff on here. It's got these Nerf bars here that I won't be using. And it had a rack up on here that broke right before transit. The eBayer said that, oh, there was a few broken things. Do you still want it? And I said, yeah, because I don't care about those things. But there was a luggage rack is what I was trying to say. So there you go. There it is. What I was really wanting, and this is glued on there, I kind of want this for other projects. I was going to maybe replicate it and use it on other projects. Now, I believe this kit is still available from Fujimi, not in this version, but just the regular 73 RS, which is what this is based off of. I hope to get that kit someday, but they're pretty expensive. If you can get a hold of them, Fujimi sometimes is hard to get a hold of in the States here. They're pretty expensive kits, and they're well worth it because I mean, look at that. That just shows you the Fujimi. These kits, I've got a bunch of these Porsche kits laying around that the detail in these things are just extraordinary. They glued it all together, which is crazy because there's like a lot of great detail in these. You see, it's all glued. This I was kind of bummed to find that this was glued on here, but that's okay. I still want to locate this kit again, but yeah, as far as the off-road rally car, yeah, that kit has been long gone. So this was an expensive kit, and I picked this up for $20 if I paid $20 or $30 for it. But to me, it was worth it because I've seen this kit. If you want one of these, you're going to be paying $80, $100. You know, it's just, you want these. I want these. I'll pay for them because I want these. These Fujimi Porsches are the best. But anyways, I'm going to tear this thing apart, and I thought I'd make a video showing you me ripping this thing straight down to the bare nuttons. And I'm going to probably build this little hot rod idea I had because I saw this video on YouTube that this car really struck me. So I was like, I want to build a model of it, and I needed, you know, basically a long, what they call the long hood, you know, 73 on back Porsches, mainly a early 70s Porsche, and that is what I needed. And I got on eBay looking at the price of kits, and this one was there, and I was like, heck, that'll do the job. If anything, if it's totally unrestorable, there will be great parts in it. I just figured it was worth a shot. Like I said, that alone right there, I wanted that back deck lid. I think this thing is salvageable. There's some broken pieces that are not a big deal I'll go over that are gone, and it's not a big deal to me. I think pretty much I can resurrect this thing. So let's check it out. Let's rip this thing apart. Let's blow it to pieces. Okay, so here we are. Here we got it. There it is. We're ready to break this thing to pieces. Where do we begin? I don't know. Let's take a look here. What would be the easiest thing to take off would probably be, let's get this body off. But you see that? That's something that concerns me. Look at how welded up that is. I don't know if there was something glued on there or what, but that can be a trick. I'll probably use this chassis. There's a lot of unpainted stuff on there, so that's cool. The body's completely unpainted with just the decals put on there. So that's going to be real easy to remove. But we want to get the body off first, and we're going to work on the body the most. I'm probably not going to bust the chassis down too much, but it's the easiest. This can get really scary. And watch your fingers, kids. This is even doubly scary because the camera here is kind of in my view, and I need more glasses. You put on another pair of glasses on top of my glasses. That helps me see a little better. But this is tricky because this is all fused together. I usually will come in here and just kind of try to scribe with my X-Acto knife very carefully. You want to keep fingers out of the way and go. You hit a snag and it sticks, and all of a sudden, let's go. Oh, that can be sore. That can be really sore. But we got a groove kind of in there, and then we can follow it. Oh, it scares me. I'm sweating. I'm really nervous, but then if I can just get in there with this. Yeah, I hate the crackles and oh, look at that. There we go. It's going good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm glad that worked out. Hopefully this side will be just as good. Oh, jeez. I get so nervous. Look at some of that, all that fused plastic. You can even see how it's just melted. Some of these glues. That's why I'm not, it depends on what it is. There's some things I just don't like to use this type of glue on because it leaves such a scar. But oh, yeah, this one is not as well. It's not taking it as well. It's so scary. Okay, there, we got it released on that part there. Not too much damage. I don't know what else, if we're glued. Are we glued in there and glued over here? That comes out. Oh, cool. This will give me the opportunity, what I was talking about with these kits from Fujimi, is they really do have a lot of detail in them. You can see this one, lots of times they design them so that you can cut the bonnet off and it has good trunk detail. There's other stuff that you can put in there that come in the kits. Maybe one day we'll do a review of a fresh Fujimi Porsche 911 kit. But you can see because they were going to glue everything together, they didn't put a lot of the engine on there. These engines had a lot of really cool detail. That interior is in pretty nice shape. Those seats, ooh, I wanted those seats. I wanted this roll bar. So that's cool. I don't think I'm going to bust this apart. I might just flat out use it for this build. I'll probably take the wheels and tires off because I got different wheel and tire combination. I'm going to have to lower the suspension a bit. This has got the rally suspension. But other than that, we'll deal with that a little later. This is the big thing, is this body. Breaking this body apart. Now, these were things that were discussed that in the original auction, there was a roof rack on it. There was these side mirrors and, of course, the windshield wipers. And the guy had it in storage in the time. It looks like also there was another one of these. I don't know if I broke it off or it came off, but there was a Nerf bar on the back here, too. You can still see the remains of the Nerf bar. But he contacted me before he sent it and said, listen, I'll give you your money back. I pulled it out of storage and there seemed to be some broken and missing parts. I said, well, what is it? I might not even care. And he told me, I says, I don't care. He even offered to reduce the price, and I was like, I was happy with the price. You know, when someone's like that, you know, for what I want, I told him, what's broken is not a big deal. What's missing is not a big deal. This is what I wanted. We'll continue on with disassembling this thing. Oh, look at those blobs of melted. I hope I can get this. This is what I want off, is this rear deck. I want this to come off nicely. So how are we going to attack it? I want to take the clear out first. This is always the thing in a lot of builds, rescues, or whatever. The clear sometimes does not make it. But what scares me more, I can always figure something out. What scares me more about the clear breaking off, and something which actually nobody got a lot of. There's a little smudging, but really all the glass looks really good in it. But I worry about breaking A pillars and a B pillar like that. Get underneath there. Hopefully I can get in there. I don't know if I've ever showed this. This is a scraper that you just scrape parting lines with this. I think I've had it in other videos, but it seems it has a little bit of sharpness right there, and it's a little curled. So that might do the trick for me to relieve these parts. This is kind of scary. I'm gonna... What is glued? What is glued? What is not glued? Well, this seems to want to come off more. So again, we've got that globular. Let's try to get. This tool's not really working that good either. I'm going to try to get with the X-Acto. See if we can just see you can see the clear is just breaking. I might just kind of cut around, you know, do a little scribe line around the infected area there, and maybe it'll break around that. That's the thing about clear. Clear is so brittle. It's sometimes just the stuff that doesn't make it. That's always the bummer. If you can look into these sales and see what kind of glue that these things are glued together, that can also determine whether you want to get it or not. I kind of figured this was glued with this kind of glue. I wanted to take my chance, like I said. If it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't, I got it so cheap. Like, I can pretty much almost see that this clear might not make it. It's starting to crack into the areas that... Oh, there we go. It didn't break where... What broke is broken where it can't be seen. Because I really do not want to lose this stuff. It'd be a lot easier if I just had it. But that was put together... Ooh. Well, that was something I want to remove, and it removed pretty nicely. It got a little bit of a jagged yuck right there, where it was heavily glued on right there. I can probably fix that up. But that's good. I'm glad I got that off. Let's see if we get lucky here. Okay, that's been liberated a bit. I scratched the clear a little. Okay. You see under there, I also don't want it to break to the outside of the car. Hopefully I can get in there, and it's really glued badly on the roof. I'm trying like heck to save every piece I can. That's really glued bad. I'm worried about this. Oh, wow, the intensity. I got a little bit of a crack right there, but you know what? What I'm building, some of this damage, probably will add to the model. Like I said, I'm doing kind of a beater Porsche. This is what I was really hoping to not see. You see that little chunk right there gone? It's just like in this deck lid, a little bit of that's gone. We could rebuild that up with a little putty or just flat out putting some plastic in there. So we can kind of fix it. Oh, wow, I'm already stressed. Okay, let's see if we can get this out. It's all attached right here. And let's see. Really not sure what to do. That's kind of good. Oh, that just wants to break everything. That I don't want to have happen. There's always, you know, another option of flat out taping and, you know, just working around that and leaving that in there, which is also an extremely good option. I don't know if these will just pop right out. Probably not. They're probably glued in there good. We don't have to worry about that anymore because it flew like an eagle. It soared into the nothingness. So my thought of saving that windshield wiper is no longer a thought anymore. We don't have to worry about that windshield wiper anymore. Back to this windshield. I just do not know what to do to save this. They really glued it up a lot down there. That makes me nervous. I'm honestly thinking I might work around it. I'm not liking what's happening here. The big problem is the way they glued it in. It doesn't sit in there real well. I think I'm going to leave that in there. That's just too risky. I'm willing to try to tape that off, and I can even push in a little bit, tape it off, and paint around that, and then I can get that up in there pretty good. And I think we'll do that. I want to try to get the headlights out. Let's see if we can get the headlights out. These headlights are kind of ish anyway. I might find something else to use. I have that's another thing, is I have a Fujimi Porsche, one of the 930s, that is kind of a parts kit that if I destroy certain things on this, I could probably use that. If I can save it, I don't want to break or ruin those headlights, but they look a little marred with glue in there. I don't know if they're worth really saving. Yeah, it don't want to just pop out, so yeah, yucky. Let's go ahead and take these off this stupid Nerf bar. I'm never gonna use it. I don't care. Like, the back one is already gone. That just flew away anyway, so it doesn't matter. Good, that's out of there. See, look at all that nice detail right there that Fujimi does. It's too bad they glued that on there. Will these pop out? I think I got a little bit lucky. Yeah, they're messed up back there with glue, but I think I can clean these up and make them work. We will see. We'll get behind here. So one of the lights just popped off of there. Not really too worried about these things. I'm not going to reuse them. I'm just going to yank those off. Let's see if these horns just come off. Nah, they don't just come off. Let's try to get up underneath there. Try another direction. Trying to get these so I don't do damage. The least amount of damage as possible. Looks like they're just gonna fight me a bit. Did you see that? Well, there they are. They came back. Why couldn't the stuff that I wanted to keep come back? Oh well. So that's that's not too big of a deal. Now we were working on tail light. Yeah, get back to that tail light part. The other one came out pretty good. Let's try getting under here. No, not happening, but it looks like this lower bumper, that might make something a little, I get that bumper off, I can get up underneath there. It's like sometimes, you know, there we go. Sometimes some areas are glued a little better than others, and those really good glued area is just a thing that screws you over. Yeah, there we go. And look, it took a little notch out of there. That's kind of a bummer, but oh well. We'll work with it. Can we get underneath there? And now maybe we can pop this tail light off a little easier. There we go. Get a little lift off of there. Hold it up. There. Ah. And it went flying and it broke away like that. That's some of the rigors of trying to take apart these things. There's the light right there. That's a problem, is these lights, because I don't have this year of Porsche. I don't have replacements for these lights, so that's dangerous. I know, I'll go right through my finger. That's pretty. I might be able to save that, you think? Here's the other piece. It can have a crack lens. Again, I'm going to be building a beater, so all this damage, it's not that big of a deal. It's like, here's some pieces here left over from the roof rack that was on it. That I'm going to try to see if I can maybe bounce those off. If not, you know, heck, I might just leave them on there. Who knows? Let's try what happens from this side, because they might do more damage. You see, on this side they weren't glued on as hard, so, but they might just do more damage on here than it's worth. So I don't know, I might maybe carve those down or something. I don't know. They don't seem to really want to come off there too well. There we go. And not too much damage. Let's see. Little bit of the drip rail. I think that's all workable. I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of this off. I don't even have the side view mirror, so I'll just sling that off there. I'm not going to mess with these door handles. I'm just going to paint them. Not even going to worry about it. Again, this thing, back to this. Well, we still got... I wonder how we can do with this front bumper. Get it separated. That's really glued on hard, so I might be really risking it. Might not even bother with that. I don't know. And then look under here to get these marker lights off and all that. Is it worth the potential damage? I can always yeah. How much damage did we do? Not much. Okay, well, there we go. They're really glued on there good. That might be something I might just I always say that and then all of a sudden it starts to come off, but boy, oh boy, that looks a little risky right there. Let's see what we can do here. Get that off to the side. Let's get in there and just kind of do a little scribing out, scribe lines. It's really glued to the bumper good right there, where I could see it taking a chunk of the bumper with it. Oh boy. Chunk of the bumper. Yeah, it took a chunk of the bumper. Leave it on there, or... Good thing my plan, like I said, the plan was it's going to be a rough beater of a Porsche, so some of this stuff can actually add a little look to it. You know, I might just leave that alone. When I glue it together, you probably won't notice that much. Let's get right in here. That one came off pretty good, just a little bit of rough. That's good. Ugh, look at all that. Yuck. I think the last thing I'm going to do to have this thing completely apart is try to, you know what? sent it sailing, but that's okay, folks. Don't worry. I might actually have replacement pieces, quite honestly, in a parts kit. Let's try another one here. Let's try to see if we get as lucky on this side as we did on that side. Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way. I see enough of a gap to get in there. Yep, pretty good. Alright, so really I just got this windshield. I might take another crack at it, but I'm just so nervous about it. It wants to break all the cowling away, and you can see the glue got up into here. So it's pretty glued into here. I think, you know, I'm just not going to chance it. I'm going to work around that windshield, and when I'm done I can glue that windshield up in there. And I think I can get it to look right. I think we can win. Last thing I want to cover, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to strip off these decals here. As cool as those are, it kind of sucks. Let's see, they look like they'll come off pretty easy, but if you just do something like this, you can sometimes, there we go, look at that, it takes them right off. There's some really cool decals too. I hate doing this, but that's the cool thing about them just being glued to the body. There's no paint on this thing. They're coming off real easy. Isn't that cool? It's such a bummer. I'm like crying taking these off because I think those decals look so cool. There they are. Here we go. Last bit of decal on this quarter panel. It is Gizon. Yeah. Hoo-wee. How cool is that? Decals on the back here. I'd like to show you my new product I got here. It's called Decal Be Gone. Just like magic. Watch it again. Isn't that wonderful? Ooh. Alright, well, there we go. So, as far as like this portion, I am actually, I don't know if I'm even going to dig into this. I might have to do some work on the suspension again to get it down, but I'm thinking I might not even really bother with this. I don't know what I'm going to do about this interior right now. So, there you go. That's my Fujimi unbuild, or dismantlement. Now I'm excited, but I got to finish my other model before I get going on this. I'm excited. I want to build this hot rod, rat rod Porsche so bad. This is awesome. I'm really cool. This is really cool. I'm glad I got this. Kind of bummed about a few chips and dings, but we'll work all that out. That'll all still work out really good. I like those little tails on those. I want to use that for a different Porsche I'm working on. That is my little tail of an old Fujimi Porsche bought off of eBay, and it's just a cheap alternative. Trying to find one of these kits, you know, even though possibly they might be doing the RS version, which is basically what this is. They're doing the 73 Carrera RS. That's basically this without all the other stuff to do the off-road rally garbage with, and these crazy tires right there. But it's still cheaper than like the new kit if you can get a hold of it here in the United States. I think retail it's somewhere around 60 bucks if you can get a hold of it and then get it shipped. I was looking at about $80 for a kit. Here, if I wanted to go back to doing the rally car, even that is more expensive. There you go. That's what I've done. So there you have it. That's how it goes. I just want to thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something from this. I want to thank my Patreon producers. You want to become a producer, you know what to do. Link in the description below. Come on and join us. We're having fun there. I get a lot of input from my producers. You're a producer. You're the first one I'm going to listen to on any ideas. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos for just the producers there that they get, that you don't get to see here on YouTube. And remember, we've got Luka C's Model Car Hobby Headquarters Facebook group in the description below, the link. Go ahead, join up. It's fun. There's about 10,000 members on there now, I think, or something. There's just great content, beautiful models. I can't believe the models that are getting posted on there. It's just so inspiring. Get on there. You can also throw your ideas on that. I get a lot of inspiration on there for videos. So, you want to get heard about that. You got an idea for a video you want to see, throw it up there. I might be able to get on it quick. I might do it in a couple of years. Who knows? I started another Facebook group. 10 members on there right now or so. That is for you guys who are interested in Porsches. The Luka C Porsche model car headquarters. Check it out, man. See, I already posted something on there about this thing. Check it out if you're into these Porsches. If you like building those models, come on and join that group there. It's a lot of fun. And be sure, check out my Teespring account if you didn't watch, and you should, the new Unpodcast show. You'd seen the last one, Aaron and I were talking about stuff that we introduced a new shirt. Shut up, Aaron. So, you want a Shut Up Aaron shirt? Totally approved by Aaron himself. Old Unsmart Aaron said, yeah, that's a cool shirt. He's even wearing it. He's wearing it. You should be wearing it. I'm going to get one. I'm going to wear it. And anytime I see Aaron, I'm just going to turn my back to him. And it says it all right there. Go on to the Teespring store. Check it out. Link in the description below. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for joining in. Hope you learned something. I said that before. So you know what else we say here. This is me, Luka C. Keep gluing those fingers together. Keep cutting that styrene. And we will see you in the next video. See ya. Always got to prep myself here, and I'm never prepped. So, and then that happens. Anyways, we'll begin. I should share this whole thing with you, because I should. I'm on it too. What the hell do we call this? YouTube. Of a fresh Tamiya kit. Tamiya. I'm sorry. There's no. What's the word I'm looking for? People. Paint. Yes, paint. And join the Facebook. No. Ugh, dropping things. I'll know when I find it, when I hear the crunch. I don't even know what it's called. Let's look it up. The Luka C Porsche model frig. The Luka C Porsche model car headquarters. I can't say it.